Hi, hello. It is raining. At least it's not snowing. Welcome to my channel. My name is Zoe. If you're new here, I post a little bit of everything, but today we are going to be doing a Q&A, which I haven't done in a while, probably a month or two. And yeah, it's rainy. I have some time to kill, so I figured I'd do it in my car. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I post weekly, and yeah, I think I'm gonna do Vlogmas this year too. Totally unrelated, but also kind of related. I'm gonna do Vlogmas this year, which means that I will be posting a vlog a day in December leading up till Christmas, but I don't know if it's gonna be every day of December or if I'm gonna start at a certain date. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to participate some way or another. I just went to Sally's and bought some goodies. I did a little like shopping vlog on my TikTok, but I can show you what I got while we're here. I got some Ion Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner. I've never tried this brand before, but they're always sold out of my Strawberry Leopard brand that I swear by. I got this also Ion Color Defense Sealer. It's like a mask thing for when you color your hair. Anyways, they were it was 4 for $25, like the hair care, so I got 4 things. And then I also got some Miracle Leave-In Conditioner, which is like a detangling spray for Marlo, because she always has issues with her hair getting really knotty after her bath. And then I went and got some hair dye because I'm gonna dye my hair this weekend. They had a sale on hair dye that it was, if you buy 4, you get 20% off. And honestly, I don't live near Sally's anymore, so I figured, why the heck not? Let's stock up. So I always get the L'Oreal High Color for dark hair. I swear by this, but they were sold out of my colors, which is, I mean, it's whatever. It is what it is. So I usually get H7 and H8, or at least that's what I've done the last couple times, and I mix them, but they were sold out of H7. So I got H8 and H9, which is Red Fire, Red Hot. So I'm gonna mix those. And then I have Developer at home, so I'll do that at home. And then they had a little promo today. You get a little lunch bag when you spend a certain amount. So I just walked out of there winning is what happened. And honestly, I only spent like $50, I think, because I had a $15 coupon, and then I also had a $17 gift card like left over from before, plus the hair care and the hair dye was on sale. It was a win-win situation. So I asked on my Instagram for Ask Me Anything, and I'm a little nervous because sometimes Ask Me Anythings can go horribly awry. So let's see if there's any actual questions in there and if I want to answer them. Oh good, we got a few. We got a few so far. I've only posted it for like 20 minutes or so, so hopefully there's enough to make a decent video. First question, do you struggle with fertility? Sorry if that's too invasive. It's not. I mean, in some cases it would be, I'm sure, but for me it's not invasive. I personally have not struggled with infertility, so I feel like I can't talk on the matter. I did have a very scary situation after I had Marlo, where I had a very large and rapid growing cyst grow on my one ovary, like immediately after giving birth. And I did have to have that surgically removed. And because of the size of the cyst and where it was located, and just like pretty much the situation was that it was growing way too quick. It was really hard and it was really large. They couldn't remove it off of my ovary, so they had to in fact remove my entire ovary. So because of that, when I conceived Theo, I was down an ovary. So I was a little nervous. I was older, I was down an ovary, and I just didn't know what to expect. So it took me a little bit longer than it took to conceive Marlo, but in the end of things, he's here, and it didn't take long in the grand scheme of things. So no, I have not struggled with fertility. What's your go-to salty snack and sweet snack? Okay, so for salty, I'm chips all day, every day. I love chips. For sweet, I don't know, like I'm not like, I don't gravitate towards sweet. Like we buy cookies, and like my husband will eat the cookies, and then like I'll eat the chips. Like that's how we get along. Yeah, so I'll eat like candy once in a while, chocolate once in a while, but like I love, like I'm a salty person. Like sign me up for salty. Sign me up for salty. Favorite piece of advice someone has given you? I don't even know where I heard this or if someone gave this to me directly, but something that always kind of keeps me trucking and this is something that keeps me going when I'm feeling incredibly down or having a bad body image day, poor self-confidence, or just if life in general isn't feeling like it's on my side. I always try to like remember the phrase, it's not a bad life, it's just a bad day. And that kind of keeps me looking ahead of the picture. I've heard so many bad things about Jeeps. What would you say you like/dislike about it? Oh my god. So as you can see, I drive a Jeep. So I have two dream vehicles. Growing up, I have always had two dream vehicles, like an attainable one and one that's not as attainable, if that makes sense. So the Jeep Wrangler was my attainable one, so I bought it. As soon as I was old enough and I made enough money, I bought it. It's going on 10 years. It's going to be 10 years old next year. It owes us nothing. It's incredibly reliable in the sense that I haven't had to put a lot of money into it, touch wood. But there are some downfalls. When you have children, it's hard to find car seats that work in the back seat because the seats itself, they're very shallow. It's not a very smooth ride, if that makes sense. Like you're driving a Jeep, right? So you feel it, and it's not safe. I guess. So it really depends. Like there's roll bars. Like there's a lot of situations where a lot of people are like, you know, they're not. It's as safe as it's gonna get because it has roll bars, right? But like it does not have good safety ratings. I see videos all the time on TikTok from like, I'm a personal injury lawyer and these are the 3 vehicles I'll never drive. Jeep Wrangler. And it makes me nervous. So I don't think our next vehicle is going to be a Jeep specifically because of that. I love our Jeep so much. But I think I'm ready in a year or two. We'll see how long, but the safety ratings themselves scare me a little bit, especially now that I have children. How long did it take you to start your career and have confidence as you did it? So they kind of go hand in hand. It took me about a year of learning social media, posting on social media, and like growing a community on social media before I actually made it into a career. And in doing so, like within that year of posting regularly and like growing a community and making all these amazing connections, I also like learned a lot more about myself along the way, and I grew my confidence along the way. So I think they kind of go hand in hand, which is really nice. After Diet Coke, next favorite pop. Ooh, that's tough. I like iced tea. I don't know if that's considered like a pop. I like ginger ale. But yeah, like I don't drink a lot of pop. The only pop I do drink is Diet Coke, usually. How do you look so put together every day? New mama here struggling. I feel you so much. So at the end of the day, it's funny because I don't feel like I look as put together as some people think I look, like if that makes any sense. Like I don't feel put together 90% of the time. So something that has helped me is I stopped washing my hair. In general, I don't wash my hair near as much as I used to. One, because it's not as good for my hair, and then also because it just took so much time out of my day styling my hair, you know, what have you. So I only wash my hair once or twice a week now. I shower every day, but like I just have a body shower or whatever and put my hair up. So that helps because my hair's already done when I wake up if I do it once. Sometimes I have to freshen up the curls or like I change the style or whatnot, but I think that that's really helpful for me. And I've also gotten a lot quicker at my makeup. So if I do want to wear makeup, I'm super speedy with it. Like it takes me 10 minutes or less on most days to do my makeup. And I get eyelash extensions, which is like a luxury, in my opinion. Like I know I don't need eyelash extensions, but at the same time, like I'm not wearing any makeup today and I feel put together because I have extensions. I mean, you don't have to get extensions though. I'm not saying go get extensions. I just personally really like them. Also, just putting on like a really nice sweater you like, or like a pair of jeans that you really like, that can kind of change your mood. Getting dressed in the morning, just changing out of your pajamas into clothing, that can be being put together. Any regrets just in life in general? The only regret that I can think of is that I didn't start this career sooner. And really, it's not a regret because maybe I wasn't ready at that time. But I think that this is the most happy that I've been in like a career or a job path. So I wish I would have done this sooner. And I wish that Andrew and I traveled more before we had kids. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Speaking of which, I haven't traveled very much. So I don't think that there's anywhere that, like, if I was given the opportunity, I'd move to in a heartbeat. I really like where I am, mostly because my family is close by, and I don't think I'd ever move too far just because of that. Andrew and I always talked about like, oh, it would be cool one day to move out west, like in British Columbia, but we love it out there. It's beautiful. It's super expensive and it's too far from family, so we're never gonna do that. But I would like to travel more. I would like to travel in Europe. I'd like to see the East Coast. My dad is moving there in like a week, so we're gonna actually have an excuse to travel out there. Different parts of America I'd like to see. I'd love to go to like Oregon and Maine. Anyways, what are your best tools and tips for self-love, body positivity against negative self-talk? Ooh, that's honestly a really good question. I have bad days. I struggle with bad days. I think the thing that I could like recommend the most is to be okay with having the bad days, because I think when you're on a path to like loving yourself and to, you know, growing a fond appreciation for yourself and your body, when a bad day comes up, it's almost more overwhelming than it would have been before you were on that journey. It hits you like a ton of bricks. So I always say to go right into it, feel it, have the day, take the day, be a bucket of uncertainty for like 24 hours and then start fresh. It's a bad day, not a bad life. Are you subscribed to any paranormal YouTube channels? Yeah, I love Loie Lane. She's probably my favorite for like paranormal story times. Haley Reese, Selena, Spooky Boo. I'm trying to think who else. I used to love the Shane Dawson. I know he's not very relevant anymore and he's done a lot of like things. I used to love his like ghost hunting vlogs and stuff with his friends. Garrett Watts, friend of his, he does really good paranormal stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else on the top of my head that I like. It's funny. Oh, I love BuzzFeed Unsolved. So good. I rewatch those all the time. Those are my faves. What's your daily hair routine? It always looks on point. Don't wash it for a week. No, so I try to use an oil best I can. When I do like curls or straighten it or whatnot, I try and keep them fresh by like tying them up at night. And then it's like less work for me the next day, which is preferable. But thank you, that's so nice. It's definitely not always on point though. It's an illusion. What's your favorite time of day? I enjoy morning. Like mid-morning is my favorite. I feel like I get the most things done. I'm in my best spirit. I just feel good like in the morning. What's your favorite social media platform? So I think I'm really enjoying Instagram lately, which is funny because I started on TikTok. Actually, I started on YouTube. Then I went to TikTok and then to Instagram. I am really enjoying Instagram lately. I feel so comfortable there. I really enjoy stories. I love posting stories. I feel no pressure when I post stories, which I feel like when I post stories on TikTok, I feel like people can see how many views you get, so that gives you that added like anxiety of like, oh, I have to make sure it's relevant or good or reason to it. But yeah, I think Instagram has a lot of good like features and a lot of things, like it has a lot of good parts to it. I know there's a lot of things wrong with it, but at the same time, I gravitate towards Instagram. I hate Twitter. It's the worst. I use Twitter to find out information quickly. How long would you last without tea or Diet Coke? Diet Coke, I could probably last longer, like easily a week, 10 days. Like I could go longer if I needed to as well. Tea, like all tea, or like my teeth. I don't think I could go very long. I could do it, but I don't want to. Not a question, but I love your content. It always feels so positive and warm. Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions. And then I have to go get Marlo from school. Where did you get that fab sweater? Thanks for everything you do. If it's this sweater right here, this is from Midnight Forest Co. I just ordered it. It's really cute. I love the festive trees, and then also is pink, so highly recommend. So it's Midnight Forest Co. on Instagram. That is everything, and obviously I didn't give myself too much time, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you so much for asking questions. I will do another Q&A soon. Let me know what kind of Q&A you want. Like, do you want to do a Q&A eat with me, Q&A get ready with me, Q&A, like, let me know. Q&A dye my hair, though that'll be too soon. But yeah, I had so much fun. It's always nice to just hang out and chat with you guys. I feel like I want to connect with more of my community, and I feel like I love being able to do these longer videos on YouTube, which I can't really do on Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, these are fun. I love you all. Thanks for being here. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions that maybe I missed, or if you're seeing this now and have any questions, comment them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Bye guys.